Hi, this is Ike from Groovy Entertainment. Today, video is talking about my video game collection. Now, I've been talking about this idea for like 3 years, and I finally got the chance to do it. Now, I did my Atari collection, I think 2 years ago. We won't be doing that at all, but we'll be doing this in a six-part episode. And our first episode is going to be the Sega Master System. This machine from 1986. Now, I had this machine for a very long time. I think I had this as long as the machine came out, and in good condition. And it looks like it's been around for almost 40 years. And the Mocha Chos looks like this. Let's see. Now this came after the Nintendo came out, and you can say the Sega Master System got better colors and better game looks. And I got two of these things. You should always have two Mocha Chos, so if one breaks or if you have company, you don't have to share the Mocha Chos. Let me wind this up real fast. If it's messy, there's no room to put it back on the table. And I got the gun that came with the machine too. That doesn't knock it on Rabble. You can see it without me on Rabble and thing. And this is kind of better looking than the Nintendo gun that came in two colors. This one came in one. I'll show you some pictures. Now this is the poster that you would have gotten when you had gotten your first Sega Master System. See, I think this came in the box. And this poster is from 1987. Yep, this came out in 1987. Look at that nice poster. And these are the games you would have saw in 1987. Yeah, I can't show you all the pictures because it'd be kind of hard showing them all at you. But you can see what they would have looked like. And they had a lot of nice games coming out. Now, I don't know if I got any of these games that came out in 1987, but we'll find out in the long run if I do or don't. We got the catalog that came out in 1986. Now, you would have got these little catalogs inside your game when you first bought the game, or you would have got them at like a Toys R Us or something. Like, here's some pictures. It would tell you that this game is coming out chance spot, and it's a card little thing. So you stick it inside. And you was sticking inside this thing. I don't got no card games. If you think about it, this looks like what people use nowadays. It's like a Nintendo DS or something. So they would use these things way back when, about 40 years ago. And let's see what the next game would be. You got some Fight in Falcon and My Hero. So I think this one is like that terrible game that was made for the Nintendo, the airplane game that everyone had. It was hard as can be, made no sense. And the fighting game looks like a bootleg Double Dragon. Now these are card games. My Hero and Fighting Falcon. I think the My Hero game looks better. Here's some more card games. Haunted House, no, Ghost House, and Teddy Boy. Now these are like real good games. Like I said, I never had these games, so I have no clue what these games play like. Because I never had no cards thing when I was growing up. I'm guessing they must have cost a lot. Are Here they cost a lot, or they wasn't in the country? And that's the same game. Chantbot. Get to see some pictures of it. Now we get to the cartridge. Now I have this game, I think. We'll look at, let's see. Yep, I have this game. But I'll show you the box and everything when we're done showing you the pictures. This is the only way I can show you pictures without getting a copyright in a sense. You can't copyright a picture. I went around the copyright people. Fantasy Zone and Chopper Lift. Now I got Chopper Lift. I don't got Fantasy Zone. Here's some nice pictures of the game. Now all these games came out in 1986. These would have been the brand new games that you would have saw. Just like your JC Penney catalog or your Sears catalog. Now I don't know if Nintendo had a book like this. Black Belt and World Grand Prix. I know Nintendo had Nintendo Power, but I don't know if Nintendo had a Nintendo catalog. If they did, leave me in the comments. It'd be nice. I know Atari had a catalog. They had many catalogs. You could have went to Sears and got the whole Sears catalog of all the Atari stuff that was coming out. But I can't remember if Nintendo had one. Let's see, Action Fighter and Markman Shooting and Trap Shooting. Boy. Now I don't know if this is the fall, winter, summer, spring. They don't really tell you what catalog this is. But they gave me a phone number and everything. I know you can't call the phone number now, but these people probably out of business. We got another catalog book. So let me see if they're the same catalog before I talk about this one. Okay, this is the same book. So I got two catalog books, 1986. Oh, here we go, 1987 catalog. Now, like I said, this didn't really go that long in the United States. This is the spring and summer catalog book of 1987. And they talk about how good it is to have your system. Now we got some Rambo coming out and some Ghostbusters. We'll probably see a Rambo game in here somewhere. Some nice Ghostbuster pictures. Now I used to play Ghostbuster on the Sega Master System. I never played the Nintendo Ghostbuster. We got some Wonder Boys and Quartet. They said I don't have to worry about nothing crazy popping up, making YouTube mad. Because in '87 you couldn't do nothing crazy. This catalog was never made out factory. Shooting Gallery and Rambo Part Two. So they made a video game after the second Rambo. It was kind of crazy because this is 1987. Rambo Part 2 came out in 1985. And if they had waited, Rambo 3 would come out in 1988. So they were kind of too late when they made this game. The Ninja and Alex Kidd and Miracle Work. Now I got the, let's see. No, but I don't got the Ninja, and I don't got the other one either. Yeah, we'll be showing my game real soon. We're just showing pictures. Because the pictures are nice to see. See, Astro Warriors and Great Baseball. Now I got Astro Warriors. I don't got a baseball game. In my defense, when these games came out, you had to pick your battles about what games were out there and what games were cheap enough to get for your Christmas or your birthday, or or if you got some spending money. And if you had, I had a Nintendo system at a little kid in the '80s. And the Nintendo system and the Sega Master System was kind of the same price. So you had to pick your battles of what game you wanted. and I had a VCR player too. So if you wanted a movie, you had to say which one would I want the most: the video game for Nintendo, the video game for Sega Master System, or a movie for the VCR player. So a lot of the times you had a so most of the time I either got a movie or a Nintendo game, and the Sega Master System got kind of pushed to the side because I didn't play it that much. Great football and great baseball. Now these things, it's like you need a power pad or a sports pad. Now, I don't got no sports pad, so I couldn't play these games I wanted to. So let's say me and a Mocha Show, but I won't know because I don't know if they made an accessory catalog. These are all games. If they did, I don't have one. Pro wrestling, black belt. Wait, no, I skipped the page. Okay, here's great volleyball and great ice hockey. At least you get to know what's on the other page. Now, if anyone had a Sega Master System growing up in the 80s, leave it in the comments. Or if you had your siblings or cousins or friends Sega Master System, leave it in the comments also. Yeah, I know video games was not cheap. They cost as much as they do now. I think they cost more back then than nowadays. So here we go now. Pro wrestling, black belt, chopper, chop lifter, and fancy zone. Now black belt looks like a good game. I don't. Okay, I do got black belts. Yeah, yeah. Pro wrestling don't look that great, but all the other three look like real good games. Now I know it's not going to be that clear because I'm using my webcam. Because either since I'm using my telephone, War Grand Prix, Action Fighter, Marksman Shooting, and another one. I can read all these titles out. Now I don't. Let's see. Nope, I don't got none of these games. So this is the only way you get to see these pictures. Now, when I show you my game, I'll be to show you the back of the game too. But they got pictures. Space Harriet and Rocky. Let's see, two major cartridges. Okay, so let's see. Now with twice the mega power for twice the fun. Okay, did I clip a picture? No. So these are the big games. These games got super power in them because it took twice the power to make these games. Now I got Space Harriet. That was my favorite shoot. That was my favorite action shooting game. I don't have Rocky. Rocky with a good picture. But I don't have the game. Now I'll be going into the card games again. Like Super Tennis. Now they say the cartridges of the card game hold more and it look prettier. I don't know. I never had the game. Let's see. Woody Pop in Ghost House and Teddy Boy. Boy, tongue twisters. So these are so good. They came back for 1987 because they were in 1986 before. We got Fighting Falcon, My Hero, and Chanbot. And let's see what else we got. Boy, we got Indoor Racer, Outrun, War 3D, and Zaxxon 3D. So 3D games. Now the 3D games, you needed to wear something to play the 3D game. The black glasses that made everything look 3D. I don't have any 3D glasses, but I do have one 3D game, and I have the Zaxxon, the one on the bottom. Oh, these are coming soon. So in 19, so in the winter time, our 1988, these games would have came out. The 3D game. Let's see, you got Gangster Town that need the light gun. See, Zillin. So these games are out already. Now on this side are the games coming out soon. Great Soccer and Super Pad Soccer. Two soccer games are coming out real soon on this book. I know I'm looking like a VCR tape, so this fits fine. And then they tell you all the stuff that makes it readable. Now, I'm just happy the sunlight's out. If the sunlight went out, I would have to skip this and do this another day. I'm playing on sunlight power. Now, these are the instruction books for the machine to tell you how to hook up the machine and all the specialness. And it came out in 1986. Yeah, I'll show you some pictures. Now, this machine can be now this machine can be played on a brand new TV or old TV. You just can't use the shooting gun on the brand new TV. You have to get an old TV from the 90s or whatever. And then they tell you all the good stuff you can do. I'll show you like two pictures. Like you can hook it up to your TV in your antenna and still watch regular TV and all that. Now, if I had the space, I would keep everything hooked up and then just turn the power on to wherever I want to play. But I ain't got the space for all that. So that's that. Then we got the light gun uh, instruction book that came out in 1987. So I'm thinking the gun came out second. It's not really no. They didn't really waste their time. And the only thing about the Sega Master System is that these instruction books and everything else was like they did this in some kind of paint shop. They didn't really take their time to make this any better. It's like they was on a time and they had to rush this stuff out. Now we're gonna get to the games. Now I got one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, and I got 9 games in my collection. Our first game is Hang On in Safari Hunt. Now this game came with the system, so you got two games free, and I can show you one picture because the other picture got a sticker stuck to it, and I can't peel that sticker up. Yeah, it's stuck on there. But I'll show you here's the game. And I'll show you the instruction book. Now the game looks like this. They were copying the Atari system in a sense. It's how Atari game was. You go plop. Let's see if I can show you how it went in. Yep, you just plop it in like this, and then you plop it out, and then you pour it out there like that. So it's a little bit easier than the Nintendo system. This is probably the only way we get to see pictures. See if they got any pictures. Oh, they got a little. Here's some pictures. Now, hang on with a motorcycle game that you just race until you get to the end without your time ran out. Okay, here we go. Here's some pictures. Yeah, this was a fun game. I used to play this game a lot. All the scores. See if we get that other game. All right, here's some pictures. They're already giving a picture of the second game. Yep, so you get the lake, the jungle, and the forest, and you just shoot down animals. That's mostly what the jungle safari is. And you got a lot of points for it. Here's the scorebook. See, back then, there were no phones, no cell phones, and not every kid had a computer. Only the rich kids. I'm saying, yeah, only the rich kids had computers. Even with the video game, not too many poor kids had video games. They probably had their old Atari system, but that was the only game they probably had back then. These games were not a pretty price. So you had to be real good or be real rich. Space Harriet. There's some picture on the back. Here's the game. Now let's see if they have any years on these games. This came out in '86. This came out in 87. Here's the instruction book. See if we get any pictures. All right, one picture. Oh, we have more than one picture. Now, I did show you a picture in the catalog book. No, that's the instruction book. Now, there are 18 levels in this game, and this game is hard. So if you make it all 18 levels, you're good. And here's the stuff you have in the game. And some more stuff. And here's all the bosses. And you got another picture of the game. Now, if you had played any of these games that I'm showing you, leave it in the comments. You can leave your memories of how you used to play this stuff. Like I said, not too many pictures I can show you, but whatever they have in the book, it will be shown. Our next game, um, this one. Now, this is a fighting game. It's like a Double Dragon. Hey, we got some good pictures this time. Nobody just stick a sticker on the back of it. And it's kind of hard to see because my webcam is probably not showing you too clear of a picture. But in a sense, this is from the '80s, so I'm looking like a probably from the '80s. I'm looking like a VCR tape. This game came out in 1988. Just, I think we got some pictures in here. A nice cover. Let's see. No, that's not a picture. I don't want to show you a picture of of the motion shows. Here we go. It's one picture. There's some more pictures. Like I said, this is like a double dragon. Your girlfriend or wife get beat up and kidnapped, and you have to go through all the stages to save her. Here's the bad guys. Here's the bosses. And the big boss, you have to win the whole game to get to him. And I think that's it. Our next one is Asteroid Warrior. Now, this is a shooting game because in the '80s or the '70s and '80s, there were a lot of space shooting games. Like we had the space shooting games, and in the 2000s, you had the army game and stuff where you have to kill enemies and stuff. All that 3D stuff. But we was in space all the time. And it came out in 86. So this is one of the earlier games. There we go. Some pictures. We're not gonna get too many pictures of this game either. But any picture I can show you, I'm happy. And that's it. And I knew that there would be no real pictures. Our next one, Outrun, a racing car game. Now this was fun too. I think this came out the same year, and that that motorcycle game came out of. Did it? No, this is '87. This came out next. Here's some game. Here's a good game. Now most of the games you bought came in this nice container. The only time you never got a container if you bought them in the clearance bureau. They would put all the clearance games together, and you would have to pick out what game you wanted with no box or nothing. That's how you knew what kind of game you had. Unless you lost the container, but that'd be kind of crazy. Yeah, one picture. I don't think we're getting no picture in this one. Oh, here's another picture. Hey, we got two pictures. At least at least they put pictures in here because some games don't show you any pictures. And I know they're saving money because they can't show colored pictures. But I'm glad they show some. I'm glad they show pictures because wouldn't it be fun if they didn't? Now every book got a score page on the back of all the books. I'm just not showing you. I'm just not showing you the score paper because every game got one, and I never used the score paper. I didn't care about my score. There's gonna be four memory cards, so you write down every time you won the game or you lost the game. You keep track so you can beat your own score. Black belt. Now they had crappy pictures. They didn't draw. They didn't really care. This is another fighting game, like a Double Dragon or that other game. Now the reason I'm making this face because my dog does something and it's kicking my nose. It's not a praise spell. And she couldn't wait till I got done, so she did it in the middle of of my video. Here's the people you're fighting with. I don't know if these are the bosses or the bad guys. These are the regular bad guys. If you look at some of these characters, I wonder if this is where Street Fighter got their things from. Because you got the fat guy, he's from Street Fighter 2. You got the guy in the black suit, he's from a Street Fighter game. You got the guy on the top, he's from a Street Fighter. And then all the other ones, they're just regular people. I never saw them on any Street Fighter games. It's like pre Street Fighter. No, I'm trying to find some pictures now. Oh, here's one picture. Like I said, they don't really show too many pictures in these games. And I think this was an early title too. I think this game came out in 1986. Yeah, three more games. Double Dragon. Now, this Double Dragon was from looks like the arcade game. look a lot better than the Nintendo game. And I think it sounded a lot better too because the Sega Master System had a better sound chip in the video game. Here's the game. Now I do got Double Dragon on Nintendo also, but but when you have a chance to get it for two systems, they are two different games. Here's some pictures. Here's some bad guys. Oh, this is a okay. This is your guy with all the moves you can do. See, they took their time with this game. Cause all the games I've been showing you, this is a lot of pictures. I think Faith Harriet in this game got the most pictures. Like they already promoted the game they already wanted promoted. Now here's some regular people that you're gonna be fighting. These are like your henchmen, and maybe they are your bosses. Like this is how you would do it. You would put the date you played the game on. This person played it in 1989. His name, he got a nice high score. Now, I don't know who that guy was. That's about that was 1989, so that was 36 years ago. He's either an old man or not kicking. I have no clue about where that person is. Here's Zaxxon 3D. Now you need the 3D glasses to play this game the real way. If you don't have the 3D glasses, you can still play it, but it's hard on your eyes. There's some pictures. Now I don't have the glasses. Never had the glasses. I didn't know you needed glasses until after I got the game. Then wondering why the game was hard to see. This game came out 1988, and Double Dragon came out in 1988 also. So the two games I showed, Double Dragon and this game, both come out in 1988. Yeah, these are the glasses you need to play the game I'm showing you. And now, if I want them glasses, they either would be broken, you have to buy used, or they would cost so much money that'd be a waste of time. Here's some picture, and I don't know if you can hear the market on that. Here's some more pictures and enemies that you're gonna be fighting. Here's some more enemies. Now these are the bosses. Yep, these are the bosses, the murderers, and that's it. Now our last game. Now these aren't in any order. I just flopped them together. Gangster Town from 1987. This is your shooting game. This is like um, Hogan Alley for the Nintendo. This was a lot better than Hogan Alley. You need the gun for this game. Here they have some pictures in here. No. All right. It's not a picture I want to show you, but see how you can write your name inside the game? You get to pick your characters. You write whatever you want to write. Like in here, you're giving you an example that you could be Billy. Hey, ain't that nice? I just showed you a Street Fighter game. No, Double Dragon, and hit a Double Dragon name. Here's some picture of, I don't know if that's the bad guy or that's you, because I can't see that print either. Let's see if we can find some pictures. Yeah, this book don't got no pictures in it. It's about one. Here we go. I know you think the best picture, but it's all they got in this book. And trying to find you any pictures, I'm just happy. That's it. So this is my Sega Master System collection. Oh, this game up. Now, part two, yeah, part two is gonna be the Sega Genesis collection. And I don't know what I got in there, but it'll be exciting. So you'll see all my Sega Genesis games, any posters, any instruction books. You'll see the systems, the controls, anything I got, you will see it. And that'll be for tomorrow episode. So if you had the Sega Master System, if you had a lot of games, leave in the comments. I only had about 8 games. I know that it was hard to collect because these games were not cheap back in the days. Now I could probably get more used games now because this system is almost 40 years old. But who knows? Maybe the game costs just as much nowadays than they cost when I was a little kid back in the 80s. And if you have any memories, leave it in the comments. Be nice to know if anyone else played these wonderful games or any games on the Sega Master System. So if you like, subscribe, share, and comment, and have a good day with another video coming out real soon.